What's up, Kyle West here. I'm gonna show you what it takes to be a waterman. I've been recently inspired. We launched the Waterman method, the new program, the best training I've ever put together. And I was noticing something on Instagram, actually. It was a brand, I won't say who, they're talking about how they're a lifestyle brand. And it's like, to me, it's like, what does that mean, a lifestyle brand? It's like we're marketing to a certain type of person, or they're selling this idea of like, you wear their logo and you get you're in the club or whatever. But I was thinking like, actually what I teach and what I give is like an actual lifestyle. Like we teach people a way of life that revolves around surfing to improve your surfing, to improve your life and all that stuff. So truly lifestyle brand. So I talk about how to do it all the time, but now I'm gonna start showing you how I do it. Instead of just talking, I'm gonna show you. So, because I really do live it every single day. Everything I teach, everything I recommend, I do, and I tested myself, and that's why I recommend it. So today, we're getting ready for surfing. So, brief tip. Yesterday, because I knew the swell was coming today, I went for a walk, didn't work out. So that's sinking training with the tide. And what I teach are pillars. So pillars are like, you can't remove them. They're like the legs of a table. So that's the paddle strength, oxygen efficiency, surfing patterns. Cannot remove any of those. And those are held up by foundational principles. Principles are decision-making filters. So you know what to do at a certain situation. So synchro training with the ocean. I see a swell coming. I know the decision I need to make. And that goes for diet and things like that as well too. So I'm gonna show you exactly how I live them. And really what I want to really show you is that they are effective because they are insanely simple. You don't need an app with 500 workouts. You don't need a gym. You don't need 100 hours of video lessons. You just need to learn these few things, and they never go outdated. They last you forever, and that's why they're effective, because having these principles, pillars, and sometimes laws, it tells you what not to do. So you can ignore everything else and your surfing will climb. So little warm up before I head surfing. It's in a remote spot, it's far away. So I'm gonna be driving. So I do a long stretch now, get my body as loose as possible. And then I'll do a quick stretch, a dynamic stretch right before I enter the water. And of course, I don't just talk about it, I do it. New water bottle. I had a 100-ounce one, but it's plastic and that's not good. So I bought a glass one, and 1 week into it, I shattered, I've dropped it and broke it. So I got the Yeti, and it's the metal one. It's actually, I'm loving it so far. And so here's another quick tip. Drink half your body weight in ounces of water. So I weigh about 180, so that's about 90 ounces. And this one is 60 something. So I have to drink like 1.5 of these. That's that. And you can never over drink water, or I never have. So drink more than you think you need to. And my rule for hydration for surfing is you should have to pee 20 minutes into your surf session. That's it. So I'm gonna finish my stretch. I'm gonna take you along for the day and show you exactly what it looks like. All right, we're here in the boardroom. We're just trying to make a decision here. It's a remote spot. The wind's kind of wonky. It's like cross, but it might go onshore. So it's like 5 feet, which is perfect. So I'm gonna bring the short board, 5'8", but I'm probably gonna bring the 7'6" as well. I might even bring the 8'0" just in case, because if it's wonky, I'm going all this way. I want to be able to catch some waves, so I'll probably bring a longboard too. I was just thinking something I did want to share is that I don't have free time. I got 2 kids, a business that's growing super, super fast. So this morning I've already been up early, made breakfast, got the kids ready for school, sent an email, replied to a bunch of messages from clients, met up with my team, stretched, and now I'm getting ready. So it's like this stuff fits into any lifestyle. So I don't know many people that are as busy as me. You probably are. You're probably a super busy person, but what I want to press upon you is that this stuff's built for busy people, man. That's why principles, pillars, that kind of stuff is important, because it's all about knowing what not to do. So I'm gonna pack these up now, get in the truck and get ready, and hopefully get there in time. I'm running a little bit late. Well, just drove 6 hours, came here. I don't know if you can see, kind of unsurfable. That's the way it goes, right? But on the drive here, I was thinking about something I really wanted to share that I haven't talked about a lot, and that's organized effort. So everyone's only got a limited amount of energy to spend throughout the day, whether it's mental, physical, and we're all just restricted by time even too, right? So organized effort is working hard, but working smart, but more precise, right? So like the hardest workers don't make the most money. They aren't always the best surfers or anything, right? It's like, what do you work hard at? So again, to my point, it's like if you have an app that has like 200 workouts and hours of training, is that going to be more effective than the one thing that you can do in 20 minutes that builds everything? And that's really what I think matters. It's like, not like more isn't better, better is better, or doing the best few things is better. So that's really what I try to focus on. So if you're someone like me, you're short on time, but you really want big results, you got to know what not to do. Anyways, we're gonna go check another spot here in a sec, and maybe hopefully I'll be able to catch a wave or two. But that's actually the perfect time for my final lesson. And one of the most important things that the ocean teaches, something I have to constantly relearn, is patience. Now, patience happens in a few ways. It can be like when the swells and the wind aren't cooperating. But one thing I've come to realize is that its perfect days are infrequent, which makes them super special. I thought about this a lot when we had kids, and like how it's so special when they're babies and they're so cute, but it changes so fast. And that's why it's so special, because it doesn't last forever. Like imagine if they lived in diapers forever and never grew up, that would suck. Or I don't know if it would suck if waves are perfect every day, but it definitely makes it more special that they're not. I've really come to appreciate that. So when I come spend all this time and energy, come to the beach and it doesn't work, instead of getting frustrated, I'm just like knowingly putting that into the bank account to take a withdrawal from later, because I'll appreciate it so much more. And the other kind of patience is in the water patience. You know, when the waves don't come, sometimes I'll be tempted to take a medium to mediocre wave, and then as soon as I do that, of course the set rolls through and lands on my head, constantly having to relearn patience. But it's a very valuable one. And the other thing about when waves aren't working is having a training program that is synchronized with the swell. So when the swell is down, when you're not surfing, you're working hard, is so valuable, because you stay connected to the ocean. When I know a lot of people would, in the beginning, they'd criticize my training. They would say, you have to surf to stay in shape for surfing. Well, those people who are frustrated when the swell is down, all they do is sit around and complain. I'm putting in work, staying connected to the ocean spiritually and getting better. So it's like my stoke levels are always so high, always thinking about surfing. Even when it's flat, I'm like in action mode, which is great. So it makes waiting a lot less painful, because it builds anticipation. It's like exercise builds self-esteem, and it's just a great way. So and that's what I mean by lifestyle. That's what the point I'm trying to impress upon you in this video is. It's a way of life. It's not a program. It's not a course. You know what I mean? Like that's what you'll get. That's how you'll learn it. But you're not gonna have to watch videos every day. I don't watch videos to remember how to train, and none of our members do either. So you just have to learn it once, and you have it forever. It'll never be outdated. And it's the most valuable thing any surfer can do. Get stronger on land between sessions, stay connected to the ocean, stay patient. And then when those magic moments happen and those swells are perfect, the wind is perfect, and you're there and you're in the spot, you're in shape and you can catch all the waves that you want. So it's in my opinion, it's the only way to live. So that's a lifestyle brand by teaching a way of life. So I would really like you to be involved in it. The coolest thing about this kind of training is we have a community. I didn't expect it to be as important and big as it is. Like I used to do customer support through email, and it was so cumbersome, and I hate email. So I added the group. So it was an easy one place to provide support for my members. And then people just started making friendships and meeting up and surfing and like helping each other grow. And it just like started multiplying this effect. So I say it a lot, that surfing can be selfish and uninviting. One person, one wave, you know what I mean? You like paddle out there and everyone's competing for the same wave. But with this style of training, this group, everyone's kind of got a common goal and they just do it together. It's pretty special, actually. So I'm loving the group. I now have connections in just about every country in the world. I could go anywhere and have a place to stay and local knowledge, and so will you if you join our group. So I'd love to have you in it if you want to stay connected to the ocean and do all this stuff. I'd love it. So I'm gonna be making these kind of videos more often. I'll probably do it like a weekly thing, like what I've done throughout the week, surfing, trying out new equipment, training, eating, all the lifestyle stuff I do. So you can see what it actually looks from the inside and see how simple but massively effective it is. So if there's anything that I'm doing that you would like to see, put it in the comments right now, and 99% chance I'll make it or I'll cover that topic. So yeah, just tell me what you want to see, and I guess that's it for this video. So hopefully in the next video we'll be doing some surfing. Talk to you soon.